Hello everybody. My name is Sheenan, and I am a soon-to-be consultant with LuLaRoe Clothing Company, which is a beautiful company. And if you're tuning into this video and you don't know what it is, I encourage you to Google it, search it, and you will fall in love. But most likely, if you're looking at this video, it's because you already know what it is. If so, what I'm going to talk about today is being in the queue. Okay, so what the queue is. The queue is a process that you will experience if you are someone who is submitting your documentation to become a LuLaRoe consultant. Once you submit your documentation and they review it, you are placed in basically like a holding pattern. Okay, so this is basically a club is what they call it. They call it the queue club. And right now, the time for you to be in this club is anywhere between, I would say 8 to 12 weeks. When I first submitted my paperwork back on April 22nd, the time frame that was pretty much being discussed was anywhere between 6 to 10 weeks. Well, tomorrow will be my 6-week time frame, and I'm pretty much projected at the 11th week time frame to be onboarded. So I've got about 4 more weeks ahead of me is what it's looking like. However, that could change. It could decrease. You just never know. But that is what the queue is. It is a waiting club for individuals who are waiting to onboard with LuLaRoe to be a consultant. So what I want to discuss today are the positives, the pros and the cons of being in the queue, and things that you can do that you should definitely consider doing while you are waiting to onboard as a consultant. And don't mind me if I look over here. I've got a notepad of things to talk about. Okay, so some of the positives. Number one, you're not alone in this thing, okay? There are literally thousands of people in the queue club that are waiting to join this awesome, wonderful company. Our home office holds a weekly webinar, which you can either tune into online or you can call in. During that webinar, they offer information, current information on what's going on with the business, what's going on with the Q Club, what they're doing to try to get us onboarded, as well as training now. They're offering different types of training tips, and that is weekly every Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What is amazing about this webinar is at the end of the webinar, they randomly select individuals who attended that webinar or that call-in to be onboarded that day. So if you're someone who literally just submitted your paperwork and you attended, you may get onboarded that day. Or if you're someone who's like in their 11th week, you could get onboarded that day. So that is awesome. That's something that I love about the company that they do for us to remind us that we're not alone, to keep us feeling connected to the company in the process. So I encourage you, if you're in the queue, to attend those webinars. Another positive thing is the upline contact. I don't know about every upline. I can definitely only speak to my own, but my upline offers us the opportunity to be in their group, their Facebook group. In that group is such a wealth of information, not only from the trainer that runs the group, but from all of the team members that are in the group. They post different things that are going on with their pop-ups, their sales. If they have inventory that you want to swap, they're always there to answer questions. So you definitely have your sponsor that you're going to be in contact with, but your sponsor is a part of a bigger group, and that bigger group is there to support you while you're in the queue. So that would be something that I would encourage you to do. Reach out to your sponsor if you haven't already been able to be in contact with your overall group, so that way you can gain valuable information while you're waiting. The other thing is work on laying your foundation for your business. This is your opportunity to research. Do all the groundwork now so that you're not doing it while you're having your inventory and trying to sell it. So it's a great opportunity for you to lay that foundation. Another thing is once you've laid that foundation, you can improve upon it. So I can give you an example from our business. We have already started a lot of our social media platforms. We've built them. They're not open to the public just yet, but they're built. And so in building that, we have made changes. We've made changes to our files. We've made changes to our albums, to the overall look. And that's something that we wanted to change up, just as we're gaining more information each and every day about the business and how we want to run our business. And I say we because I'm a part of a wonderful partnership with one of my very good friends, which hopefully you will meet via video soon. We plan on doing a lot of videos together as well as separate. But that is something that we have done. We have changed things up. And I'm glad that we have done that during this waiting process. And it's something that our customers doesn't have to experience. They don't have to experience any of the changes, which could have created confusion for them. For example, if we changed our shipping policy, if we changed our return or exchange policy, it's something that they don't have to readjust to in the beginning of us opening our business. Okay, so those are just some of the positives that I have experienced in this 6-week wait time of being in the queue. A couple of negatives, which for me, I really don't have many because I have changed my attitude about the waiting process, and I have been able to turn what seemed to be a negative into positives. But there are still some things that other people may consider negative. For me, I dealt with a lot of emotions in the beginning, just the emotion of waiting, because I'm the type of person, once I made a decision and I decided I want to go for it, I want to go hard. You know, I want to grind, I hustle. So I wanted to submit my paperwork, get my call the next day, and have my inventory on my doorstep by the end of that week. And that clearly has not happened. So it's, you know, I had to adjust with that and understand that I joined an awesome company, and this company has my best interest in mind. And if that means that I have to wait a little bit to come on board, then that is just what I had to do. With that waiting, of course, there's change. So one other thing that I experienced was when I first submitted my paperwork, I was able to pick my package. And I picked my package based on what I was financially able to do. So during this wait time, they changed their policy on how they onboard new consultants. And they did that because they wanted to speed up the process. This week-long wait, these weeks of waiting, they wanted to decrease that. So in order to do that, they selected where you can only onboard with one package. And what that did was eliminate the out-of-stock potential of items that you may have selected for your onboard initial inventory. So if you get your call and you initially wanted the pencil skirt, the Cassie, and that was out of stock, you're no longer sitting on the phone like, I really don't know what I wanted because that's what I wanted. So it changed a 10-minute phone call into a 3-minute phone call, just on average. But with that change also came a price change. So again, I picked my package based off of what I was financially able to do. So knowing now that I had to come up with additional finances caused a little bit of stress, but I was able to readjust and again put my emotions back in check and know that this company has my best interest in mind, and I was able to do that. So I'm grateful and thankful for that. But that was a negative at first, but again, I was able to change my attitude and now see it as a positive. So if I can encourage you while you're being in the queue to just be flexible, even just in business in general. Be flexible, be open to change, and treat it like a marriage. If you're married, you know that you're going to have your ups, you're going to have your downs, but if you're committed to all of that, and you're committed to finding out a solution to work through it. So that you can turn a negative into a positive. And if you do that, you will have a successful business, a successful time in the queue, and a successful marriage if you're treating it like a marriage. But those are just some pros and cons that I've experienced while being in the queue. Now, some things that we have done to build our business during this time frame was we definitely built our social media platforms. You have Facebook, Periscope, Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest. There's so many media platforms out there that is available for you to grow your business, to use for your business. And I encourage you to build those things now while you're in the queue. Introduce people to those things. Send out email notifications, text messages. Share it on your Facebook page where you're going to be at online, so that people can begin to find you. And when you do have your inventory, then your inventory is now reachable. They know where you're at. So me and Lisa, my partner, we have built our Face Group VIP page, what that will be selling out of. We have built our Periscope, which will be selling out of online sales. We have built our business page on Facebook, which we use for the public and the general public to find us and place all of our information on that is easily accessible. We've built our Instagram that we've started posting our outfit of the days on. And sharing different beautiful things that we love, because we clearly love the clothing. We love it. What's not to love? So those are things that you can do. You can do what I'm doing, make these informational videos for other people that's out there trying to find information on LuLaRoe. They can find that information from you, someone who is experiencing it in the moment. So we've built our YouTube, and this is our first video that we're posting. So that's another thing that you can do while you're in the queue. Start making your purchases. So that way, once your inventory comes, you're not all of a sudden have to go out and spend all this money to try to get yourself, set to sell. You can do it over this long haul. So, and with that gives opportunity to bargain shop. Okay, coupon clip, look for local deals. I know we have done a lot of research where we found out that a lot of stores around here give away free hangers. Kohl's, Old Navy. Someone in our downline found out that she could go to one of her local cleaners and they give her the hangers right there from the cleaners. No money, free. Awesome. So that's something that you can do. Research your local stores and see what you can get without spending your dollars. And then if you need to spend your dollars, research and find the best deal that you can. Ask around to other consultants on your team or in your upline for what are the products that they use, and do they have any coupon codes? Because a lot of the times, if you're someone who is already using the service or use the product, sometimes they offer you a code so that way they can help spread their business and get more sales. So definitely, do that. So instead of going out and buying everything at once, just buy it over the course of being in the queue, because there's a lot of things that you need in order to start your business. Anywhere, in things from racks to hangers to bags for pop-ups, shipping materials. Another thing that you can do is order from the United States Postal Service.com. You can go online and order their packaging for free, and you can start having that shipped to you gradually. Some websites, you can only order a certain amount at a time. So it's good that if you've already determined what you want to use for shipping and they offer free packaging, but they only offer a certain amount at that time, you can start ordering those now. So that way, by the time you sell, you have your shipping materials bulked already. So that's definitely things that you want to do while you're in the queue. And again, the best thing that you can do while you're in the queue is be patient and research. Use this time to find out as much information as you can about the business. Find out as much as you can about your area and what your area knows about this business, so that you can begin to market yourself and get out there and see what it is that you want to do. If you're someone who's trying to build a team while you're in the queue, I know some people discourage that because you may not have experience to offer to someone brand new. But someone like myself and Lisa, we're actually in the queue and we already have a team of girls while we're in the queue. And for us, it has been more of like a sisterhood because we're all going through the same thing at the same time. But they wanted to sign up with us because they saw our passion. They knew that we loved LuLaRoe and all the groundwork that we had done already. They were like, hey, why reinvent the wheel? We can use what they have already done. And we've already built a little team, and we're excited about them. We're grateful for them, and we're just so ready to see their business take off as well as ours, and all at the same time pretty much. We'll be weeks apart of each other, and the support there is just, it's crazy, and it's great. But those are things that you can do. But most importantly, research and be patient and just wait on the process. Everything happens in its time. And so we're here for you. If you have any questions, feel free to leave us a comment. We'll be doing videos. We'll try to do them twice a week, 2 of them weekly, either by myself or Lisa, my partner, or us together. One video that we've got planned coming up soon, as soon as possible, is partnership, because we know that a lot of people may be interested in how to do LuLaRoe with someone else. And so we have a lot of information about that, and we definitely want to share that. So again, thank you so much for watching. And if this was kind of all over the place, really, this was like my 5th time, and I'm not doing it